How corporations exploit our data for profit. Discover surprising insights into how corporations exploit consumer data for profit. Explore ethical concerns and potential risks in the digital age. Exposing the exploitative data practices by corporations. Hey there. Today, let's chat about something that's impacting every one of us more than we realize. The exploitative data practices of corporations. With every click, every like, and every swipe, companies are gathering information about us. But what are they doing with it, and at what cost? You know, it's fascinating how willingly we've handed over our lives to the digital world. We give away our personal data in exchange for seemingly harmless things like free apps or online quizzes. However, behind the scenes, it's a different story. These companies aren't just storing data. They're building multi-layered profiles of us that gorgeously showcases our interests, habits, and even vulnerabilities. One might think it's a fair trade-off, but it can get pretty gnarly. We're talking about a world where data is the new oil. Corporations are cashing in big time on this boom, selling our data to advertisers, and even sharing it across industries that have nothing to do with the initial service we used. Some might argue these actions breach trust and border on exploitation. Monetization of data. The main goal for many businesses is to convert our private information into profit. Our data becomes a commodity sold to advertisers eager to target us with precision marketing strategies. It's not merely about selling products, it's about influencing behavior. Lack of transparency. Companies often shroud their data practices in complex contracts and terms of service filled with legal jargon. Few users thoroughly read or fully understand these agreements, leading to unintentional consent to extensive data collection. Security concerns. Despite promises of safe data handling, breaches are all too common. These spills expose sensitive personal information, causing harm to millions worldwide. It's honestly concerning how often we hear about data leaks, but not surprising. Plus, there's this whole concept of consent, where technically we give permission for data use. But is it truly informed consent? Often we're clicking agree without realizing the depth of access we're allowing. Brands position these vague agreements almost like untrue allegations they're trying to hide so they can move merrily along without direct scrutiny. Now, some say it's essential to have some form of regulation to hold these corporations accountable, while others argue it can quickly escalate to a government conspiracy level of control. For now, the ongoing discussion revolves around finding a balance between innovation, privacy, and ethical business practices. Considering ethical angles, take the pharmaceutical industry, for instance. They gather data for research, but there are rampant discussions about pharmaceutical profits soaring through exploitative use of consumer data to design marketing campaigns, directing them toward targeted demographics. In essence, our challenge is distinguishing between helpful data usage and exploitative practices. It's about protecting ourselves in this digital age and advocating for fair policies. Many people are starting to disconnect or use tools to safeguard their data, sending a message to corporations that playing with privacy can no longer be an option. In action, we can push for clearer privacy policies and demand more transparent data practices. Let's be more mindful of the digital footprint we're leaving behind. And while navigating this complex topic, why not take a little break for some fiction? The Ultimate Frame offers a thrilling escape after all this heavy stuff. Discover this thrilling novel by Andrew M. Semple today. Thanks for listening, and let's talk more about ways to tackle this digital dilemma next time. Stay savvy, friends.